Today is the day that we have something very exciting to show you all. We are finally releasing all of the brand new birds in the aviary. We have 5 brand new different species that will be getting introduced inside of this massive aviary. So before we show you guys these brand new birds, I want to show you the whole entire process of how we built this massive, beautiful aviary. If you guys have been a long time subscriber, you guys know we don't rush our builds whatsoever. These builds take a lot of time, a lot of preparation, a lot of thinking, a lot of drawing, a lot of talking to other people that keep these species of animals that I would like to put inside of here, and just other people around the whole entire world. I have friends all around the world that have aviaries and different things, and I like to get everybody's knowledge and put it together all in one. Once we get the idea and what our main focus of the species we're gonna put inside of there, then we have to start getting the material, start getting all of the stuff that makes an aviary here on the ranch. So let me show you guys the process of putting the poles into the ground, framing the whole entire aviary, and then almost days to weeks on hog greening every square freaking centimeter of this aviary to make sure there is no way any predators or any animals can get in or out. This build took almost weeks because of different complications that we had with the weather, different things that were going on, and including the mesh from knit wire that came all the way out from the UK, that came out of the country. This stuff took about 6 weeks just to get here as well. So everything took a very, very long time, and that just gave myself even more preparation and more thought so I could sit here and see what I really, really wanted to design and build this whole entire thing. So on the back side of the aviary, the longest stretch is 75 feet long, 14 feet tall, and the most widest spot of this enclosure is just at 30 feet wide. So this gives the advantage for the species of birds I put inside of this aviary to have a canopy level, a mid-level, and ground level, so they have the full experience inside of this enclosure to feel like they're completely in the wild. And just like the wild, you guys, I like to mimic the wild as much as possible. So we have ground-dwelling animals, we have canopy animals, we have all sorts of different types of stuff. And obviously, you guys, we're not a giant, massive zoo, but I'm able to have different coexisting animals live in the same exact enclosure. Like the muntjac deer from Asia, elongated tortoises from Asia. Then we have different species of birds from South America and plants from all around the world. Our goal wasn't to build the cage. Our goal was to build literally a Noah's Ark for the species of birds that are behind us, because where they come from, the jungle is getting destroyed every single day. So if we don't have an insurance colony of certain species of animals here in captivity, one day those animals might never even be here on our earth, and Cash and his kids or whoever might not even be able to see these animals one day. So that's enough talking about showing you the whole process of where we're at right now. So let's get inside and let's release these birds. Today's Valentine's Day, and the temperature for the rest of the year is going to be extremely hot. The lows are in the 60s. So I think it's time to get these birds outside. All the previous birds that I've released outside have done really, really well. So I really want to get them out of here. The whole reason why we built this massive aviary is to make these birds feel like they're in the wild. So the fastest and the faster I can get them outside, the faster I think they'll do 100 times better. So let's capture them, let's get them outside. Probably saying the name wrong. They're euphonias. We'll put it down in the bottom. We got the male right here, barely holding. And we got the female right here. Here we go. Look at these guys. Off they go. There goes the female. And then, all right, man. They never made that noise inside of that building. They literally instantly go at release. They feel like they're in the wild. Awesome. Let's go do the blue dicnies now. So the next species over that have been raising inside of this building for the last 6 weeks or so are the blue dicnies. They've been shoveling down mealworms and lizards and little things that we've been feeding them without a problem. So I know out there they're gonna have plenty of prey. The ones I'm most scared about were these guys and the honeycreepers, but the honeycreepers do have a lot of fruits and trees out there that they will be able to pollinate that's out there. So that's the main reason why we got these guys. But next up, blue dicnies, let's grab them. We got the female, we got the male right here. 3, 2, and 1. Off they go. Quickly speaking to each other right there in the tree. They are right next to each other. They're paired up. They've been locked in together for a while now. And I mean, they are freaking small, but I've seen a few people in Florida that keep this species of birds, and they actually will come to you and eat worms out of your hand. So I have a good feeling that they're gonna do absolutely really, really amazing. So we got one more pair left, the honeycreepers. Let's get them out there. Let's do it. All right, last but not least, our honeycreepers, yellow leg honeycreepers. Let's get these guys and let's get them outside. Yellow leg honeycreepers, female, male. Let's release these guys. 3, 2, and 1. Off they go. They could freaking fly. You would not think they could fly that good inside of those cages, but bam, instinct kicks in and off they go. We'll realistically never catch them again inside of the enclosure, but that is the goal, that is the idea, and they are inside of here, and I am super, super, super happy. Blue Dicey's are right here inside of the tree right here, just chilling, hanging out, not doing a thing right now, just hanging out. I see the honeycreepers all the way over there. They're flying around, and then the euphonia. I know I'm saying the name wrong. I don't care. Everybody knows I have a freaking language issue, but it is what it is. I'll get the name right by the time this year's up. I promise. For everybody watching. But they're over there somewhere doing their thing. This enclosure is absolutely amazing. So from the big freeze that we actually had one tree that did not do well. Not too sure what happened. We have 3 Japanese blueberry trees inside here. We have 1, 2, and 3. That third one over there got completely fried. So I'm gonna have to hit my buddy Thomas up, Green To Go Nursery, and I have to replace that one because it literally got fried. But that's all right. It's replaceable. That's not a problem. We've been waiting so long for these birds to come inside of this enclosure. I am super, super happy. I definitely gotta hit my buddy up, Cameron, so he can get his big lens in here and get some awesome shots of these birds inside his enclosure. And when spring comes around, which is pretty much already here, and the rain starts coming, these trees are going to explode, and it's gonna be freaking awesome. Let's enjoy the birds, and let's see how they do. Today's Valentine's Day. Probably not gonna post this for probably a month, but they're here. Oh my God, honey creeper in the tree. And here's the female. Look at the female. Female's flying around. She's trying to figure out where she's gonna go. And right there. Woo! None of these noises are being made inside of that enclosure. They are talking. They are happy. They feel like they're free. And that was the reason we built this giant enclosure. So that footage that you guys just saw was actually about 2 weeks ago. And I didn't want to release this video too soon, just in case something did happen. But the birds are doing absolutely amazing. So the first species of bird that is inside of here is probably one of the smallest, and that's the euphonias. I'm probably saying it completely wrong, but these guys are from South America, Central America, and they live in the forests deep in the jungle. So we try to mimic that as much as possible. As you see right now, it is not that thick, but it's only gonna get thicker over time when the plants and the trees mature even more. So as you guys see, these birds are a nice, beautiful purple color with a yellow chest, and then the females are more of like an olive green looking color, so they can blend in into the cover of the bushes to have their nest and hide from predators. So next up are the blue Dicey's. That's another species of small tanager that we have inside of this enclosure, and that species of bird, I've noticed they definitely like a lot more insects than the euphorias, and they've been going around plucking around, eating different little bugs all throughout the enclosure. And on top of that, we do add more bugs because this enclosure is so tight off that it's hard for bugs to be in here. So we have to, you know, help the environment inside of here to add extra bugs. And they've been bouncing around, eating the nectar off the different flowers and trees that we have inside of this enclosure, because that's the reason why we put the certain trees in here, so they're able to forage and act like complete wild birds and live life in here. So these birds are like a turquoise color, blue color. The males are just the most brightest, beautiful looking birds ever. They literally look fake. It looks like it's AI realistically. And then the females, you know, have a little bit of a blue on their face, mostly green. Most female species of these type of birds, the tanagers, are more of a dull color, so they get hide in a nest, and then the males will go over there and feed the babies, and they go back and forth, back and forth. But the males are just absolutely beautiful. So next up is the purple honeycreeper. These guys are absolutely beautiful. They really remind me of a hummingbird. They have the beak of a hummingbird. They, you know, they're literally right there, eating off the feeders right now. They look absolutely amazing. They hum on top of the feeding platforms. They fly really fast. They're doing absolutely amazing in here right now. They're eating the nectar off every single one of flowers. And the reason why I really wanted those were because I was worried, and I've said it in other videos before, bees and other pollinators cannot get inside of this aviary like the other aviary we have. So these guys will be able to pollinate all the different fruit trees that we have in here, because we have over 7 different fruit trees and flower growing plants and bushes inside of here. So those species of birds is going to really help the plants and the bushes here grow, produce fruit, do the flowers, the whole 9 yards, because without pollinators, we're going to have fruit in this world. So again, the males are absolutely beautiful, bright purple, black a little bit on their face, yellow bright feet. Females more of a dull color. These guys are from Central and South America as well, just like all the tanager species. I absolutely love South America. I'll be in Peru in a few weeks actually, you guys, to go even study these guys even more, because I would love to see how they're acting even more in the jungle and what I could provide even more inside of this aviary. I've done a lot of stuff in here, but I know I'm going to be able to study these guys more And there's a couple different things I want to add already, and that's going to be bromeliads on all of the posts, more orchids, more different types of vines, different things that I'm going to watch these birds and see what they're eating and bring back here, because again, we live in sunny South Florida, even though I'm wearing a sweater right now. And it was a little bit of a cool day, but we do live in sunny South Florida, and we're able to have those tropical plants inside of this aviary to help these animals breed and produce and feel right at home right here in this massive enclosure. Next up, one of a bigger species of tanager inside of here, that is the silver beak tanager. Cool thing about this bird is when I was presented this bird in the States to purchase it, me and my sister were deep in, I think it's Yapol, Colombia, deep in the freaking farmlands of Colombia, catching anacondas. And we were having lunch, and there was a bird feeder. Wherever there's a bird feeder, I get distracted to, and I want to sit there and just see what comes into that bird feeder. And I saw a silver beak tanager, and I was like, wow, that's a really cool bird. And that was about 3 years ago when I first started thinking I was going to build this enclosure. So when I saw that species of bird, I was like, I had to get it. And we have one pair inside of here right now, and they are doing amazing. When we had them inside of our quarantine area, they weren't happy. But when we released them inside of here, instantly, they were catching lizards and freaking eating them up, doing what they would do exactly in the wild. And that made me feel really, really happy. So the silver beak tanager, the coloration of these guys, the females, same thing, more of a dull color, kind of like a burgundy red, purplish color. The males are a lot more vibrant in the burgundy red, bright color. But then the only difference that you can tell the most about, the most pronounced part about it, is the males have that really, really thick silver beak. And you can see that from a freaking mile away when the males and females are right next to each other. And that's the way you can tell the male and the female. So I know you guys did see the saffron finches that we have inside of here. We have 2 pairs inside of here. They're more of a common species of tanager. They're still a tanager of sort. They're more invasive actually in different parts of Puerto Rico and different parts of, I think, even the United States. But they're a really cool species of bird. They're a nice common bird that could go with a coexisting enclosure. And I wanted something yellow inside of here, and I needed a starter bird, meaning I wanted to make sure this enclosure was good. It's pretty much what it comes down to it. And I needed a bird that wasn't too rare, but still was a little rare, that I knew I would keep in here because I'm not going to get rid of them. And those were the first birds we put inside this enclosure, and they're doing amazing. They're awesome, bright yellow, orange cheeks, the males, a little bit eating seeds, a little bit of fruits, kind of eat everything. And they have been getting along with all of the other species of tanagers in here very, very well. We've only had these birds inside of this enclosure now for almost about 2 weeks. This enclosure has been completed for about 6 months, but this is only the beginning, you guys. There is so much more I want to add. There's so much more I want to put inside of this aviary, and this thing is just only growing. There's so much potential we can put inside of here. We have to add extra branches, extra ropes. We have the misting system in here. We have to add extra bushes and trees. We only have 6 different species of birds inside of here. Actually 7, because we do have Lexi, my eclectus in here, and we do have a trio of Japanese button quail, but those don't really count. I want to add more tanagers inside of here. I want to add more different types of birds inside of here. The birds I would like to add in, I would like to be honest, you guys, have close to about 20 to 30 different species that live inside of this whole entire thing. So that would be close to about 40 to 80 birds total inside of here. So we're going to be going through easily nothing less than about 2 to 3 papayas a day, which isn't a problem because we do get a lot of fruit. This will be really cool. I have ideas. I literally left this extra pole right here. So I'm going to put a pulley system up there, and then I'm going to tie up, heads of bananas, heads of papaya, to make it like those fruit trees are inside of here, and they can grab and go into different parts of the canopy, like if they're foraging through the jungle and they're going through the jungle looking for different fruit trees. Mind you, I already have all of the fruit trees inside of here, and these birds learn maps in the wild, and they know where the best spots are at for these fruit trees in the whole 9 yards. But if I add new ones inside here, that's just great enrichment, great things for them to find here inside this enclosure and live the best life, to keep their brains moving and keep them healthy, happy, and always wanting to breed. So I'm going to go around real quick and just show you guys the trees that we have inside of here. We have a pink powder puff tree right here. We have this Japanese flower tree. Once it blooms, it has a beautiful flower as well. We also have guava trees in here, Japanese blueberry trees in here, American blueberries inside of here. We also have Simpson stoppers, more native different types of bushes that have small little berries and flowers that are good for different species of birds in United States, and obviously tanagers going to eat them as well. We also have Barbados cherries inside of here, and then we bring in all the different types of fruits and everything else to supplement all of these birds inside of this enclosure. And some of the fruits that they absolutely love will be your papaya. We give them grapes, we give them blueberries, we're giving them a little bit of banana, a little bit of pear, apple. What else are we giving them? They're getting 2 different types of pellets that we have up there at all times, so that if it rains, they have a nice dry spot to have their pellets, and an area that they have when there's no more fruits or anything available. They always have a good pelleted spot at all times. Even though we replace the fruits every single day, we add sticks in different spots. We have screws in different spots like this over here. Check this out. That, we add the papayas and everything too, like right there. See, this was this morning. They ate it all up, and we add different little areas. We also have these little bowls like this that we replace, we clean, and that bowl sits right there, so we can just put this bowl right in spot and replace and go. So the bowl is always sitting there and not falling over. And we have just different little platforms all throughout this whole enclosure. We do have a special guest, and we're helping him build his aviary too.
Almost done.
And that's Paul right here.
How you doing?
It's gonna be really cool to build this aviary, because we built 1, we built 2, and 3. His is gonna be the best one, but then we're gonna just keep building more.
I learned from all your mistakes, though.
Exactly.
Technically,
we're always learning.
Exactly.
I've always said it.
The next one will be even better than mine.
Yeah. So. Let's get inside and let's go look around.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're inside of the aviary, and Paul, I'm going to show you a couple little cool things that I would like to design at your aviary as well. And I think that's being islands. We have to make 1 above island inside of it. We have, we're going to have you told me you're going to have a double level.
Yeah.
You're going to have the pond, but I think somewhere in there we're going to have to make,
maybe off to the left.
like a 3D island of some sort, which would be really neat, because we're going to have a lot of extra dirt.
Yes.
And with all the landscaping, you want to make it look like you're going through trails and all different sorts of stuff like we built here.
Yeah.
Mine's more of a rectangle, his more of a square, so it's gonna look even deeper in, which is gonna give it a really cool,
contrast, or what is it called? Dimension?
I don't know, we're both
dropouts. Are you dropout?
I didn't go to college.
All right, cool, perfect.
Yeah. But it's gonna be really, really awesome. I can't wait. And we're gonna be over there soon to do a lot more of that aviary once that pond gets going.
Pond build, we have so much to do over
Landscaping.
at my place, but yeah, you got a lot of new stuff in here. These trees have grown like crazy.
Yeah,
too.
That's the one thing you're not gonna like about the aviaries. A lot of freaking cutting off the tops.
Just trim it, bang.
Always,
bang,
especially during rainy season, but it's part of having an aviary.
What is this tree? This is gorgeous.
I forget the exact name, but I put it in here because it's safe for the birds, because the little birds out of here actually eat the flowers out of it, and it's all filled with nectar.
Does this tree come this big, or did it come?
No, it was small. Everything was small. I mean, you can get them this big. It's probably gonna be like 15 grand.
Oh god.
Yeah, you don't want that. Get small, grow.
How small?
Probably like that over there. No, probably get a little bigger. We can find big trees.
I can't wait.
We can, if you really wanted to, we could bring you to the other ranch where I have all my animals.
I can't believe I've never been there yet.
And we have thousands of trees to pick from.
Oh, let's do that.
And you can make a cool video.
Let's do that.
We could do that.
I'll bring an excavator.
Oh, that's already there. We're good.
Count me in.
All right, we're going tree shopping.
Tree shopping. I like that blue bird over there. Maybe even the yellow one. Blue and yellow. What is it, Netherlands? That's what that is.
There we go, yeah.
I'm going to name it the Netherlands. I like this place. How much for rent?
How much for rent?
Yeah.
I was thinking like $10 a night.
$10 a night. That's steep.
Nothing here happens overnight, and I'm definitely happy to say and announce to you guys that the birds are finally inside of the aviary. This is just the beginning of the birds inside of this aviary, and like I was saying, there's going to be so much crazier things to come inside of here. And with today's world and the way the world is changing all the time, we're able to have for you guys, for our members, we're able to have live streams inside of this aviary, so you guys will be able to see these birds from sunrise to sundown, interacting inside of this enclosure, living their best life, acting like they would act in the wild. And you guys will be able to subscribe and see these birds drinking water, eating different types of fruits in different parts of the enclosure. And this is going to be really, really, really cool. We have close to about 25 subscribers here that are watching these birds at all times. But I know some of you guys are probably wondering, is the stream up yet? The whole 9 yards? It's just about there. We want to make sure it is 100% perfect before we go live. We're just getting everybody on here, so be ready. We are posting videos on there as well already to show you guys more in-depth videos that you don't see on YouTube, but you'll be able to see on the members. And I know some people in the last video were getting a little upset about me saying that you guys weren't true followers. Everybody is part of the ranch fam, but for me to go above and beyond inside of this aviary, I asked you guys to become members so that we can make this thing even better than it is right now. And I'm not asking for much. I'm just, you guys to get the opportunity to see a live stream from sunrise to sundown. I'm still going to be posting videos nonstop, but when I don't have a video and you want to see the birds, you'll be able to see them drinking water, taking baths, just like what bird people do, bird watchers do all day long. If you can't afford it, that's not a problem. We're still going to be posting videos. But if you want to be part of a member and see more different types of videos, become a member, and I really, really appreciate it. I am over the top on how happy I am with the birds being inside of this brand new massive enclosure. The birds are healthy, the birds are happy. I have been putting hours in here watching these birds, and I couldn't be happier on how they all just getting very comfortable with each other, all learning all the feeders, all the water features, the whole 9 yards. And other than that, you guys, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, put your post notifications on, and I read all your comments, you guys. Put it down in the comments what other species of birds you would like to see in here. More canopy birds, more ground dwelling birds. What other plants do you think I should add inside of here? Yeah, give me help, give me some ideas. I've always liked to learn more. We're always learning. So let me know, you guys. I appreciate all you guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.